Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Quizás Haderach Willem van Oranje in Sid Meier's Civilization 5 Brave New World. We're continuing on exactly where we left off. We have discovered oil, considerable amounts of oil
We're in
across
the
our.
desert, so we have boatloads of oil.
We have quite a bit of oil. We're building the Brandenburg Gate in Rotterdam just because we can. We have earned a great musician here in Amsterdam who will just burn right away.
Gotta build up that culture. Tourism not so important.
Yes,
Well,
well,
at least not for this game.
yes, we're going for a spaceship victory. I can say
Also,
they're going.
I still haven't figured out how to spell Kwisatz Haderach.
Quit, ask Biscuit. Right. Okay, Amsterdam will build the
The
Statue of Liberty, and
Ouch.
I think we'll build Castle Neuschwanstein in Utrecht. That seems like a plan to me. We are
Just to
currently.
give him something special.
Yeah, well, yeah. We're currently building roads across here. We were building a fort in the desert, but we
Oil's
just
more
found
important.
oil there, so now that'll be switched to oil. Our oil's already hooked up there, and you need to go over here to this source.
Yeah,
And
that's the
we have
nice
some
thing
more
about
oil.
great person improvements is they automatically improve all strategic resources.
Strategic resources, but not luxury resources. It's very important to note that.
It's because developers of the game realize it'd be really annoying to have to tear up that really profitable
Как тебе
uh,
понравится, если я предложу
academy or anything else you
ужин?
put down there because oh hey, you suddenly got a resource that you wanted underneath it. Meanwhile,
Yes,
you can see luxuries from the very beginning of the game.
exactly. That's the difference. Okay, decoration of friendship with the Maya. Sure, why not?
Malo king, anak pitej,
Right. Can we afford
Oh,
uh,
Pakao, we have decided not to kill you
pepe,
yet.
research agreement? We need 350. Why? Well, we have plenty of money. Oh wait, no, I remember. We were saving up for
Factories or
um hydro hmm. Or were we buying city
oh
states or
hydro dams.
yeah, but huh. No, well, no, given that
malo king,
sorry folks, it's been a
anak
week since we last
pitej,
recorded. Um lost
ah,
and given how busy things have been lately, I've lost track of exactly what we were doing with a few things. Just so
malo
why
king,
we'll just research agreements.
pepe,
There we go. Now, do we have one with Russia?
Здравствуй. Продолжай.
There we go. And oh yes, the Mansa Congo is getting attacked by Russia. And Washington.
I'm listening.
Hmm. Well, we don't have enough money for that, so. Okay. There we go.
No.
No. Definitely not.
You don't need the happiness boost with them or the friendship boost.
We really, really don't. Now, let's see.
Have you planned? Have you figured out when you're gonna burn your Oxford?
Um, do the generally, when I'm going for a science victory, I would burn it for satellites. I'll find myself burning it for satellites. So I find that usually works really well in helping to guarantee that you're the one to get the Hubble
Oshile,
Space Telescope.
Ankilo, Yankululu, Yokol,
Oh yeah, because the AI obviously wants that.
Yeah, everybody wants the Hubble. Very, very powerful, very, very important. Deal with Oda has finished. See now, still want to do it? Yep. Oh dear, you're in bad way, aren't you?
Soji,
And just
He's that tiny little hole down there, so
yeah, keep building the railroads. Railroads they cost more, but if you hook up cities to your capital with them, your units move even faster, and you get a production bonus in the cities. So you absolutely want to do it.
The protection bonus is kind of hidden, but 25% bonus hammers just is
Yeah,
worth it.
it's actually really important on why it's worth going down the. You don't want to beeline the top of the tech tree too hard, even no matter how much of a peaceful cultural game you're going. I mean, first of all, because your army will be weak as hell, but also because you'll lose out on the production motion and you just will not be able to keep up.
Of course, sometimes beelining is fun because you get Gatling guns without knowing how to make gunpowder.
Yeah.
I think you can actually make the XCOM team without having navigation.
It's quite amusing, yes. Okay,
Yes, you can have your Sky Ranger that can fly across the world, but we don't know how to get there. It's just dumb luck.
Yeah. We'll go for refrigeration now because that lets us get the offshore platform, which will let us hook this up, oil up. And we got a free Great General from the Brandenburg Gate. Yeah, this seems like a fun place to put it. Why not?
You're not going to try to steal some terrain from someone?
No. There's nothing. We could steal some coal from Washington, but
That just not really do anything but piss
and
off.
like, there's nothing worth stealing really.
Yeah,
We could steal.
especially since you
Well,
can become
I mean, we
friends
could
with-
get gems from Jerusalem, but it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Anyway, we should have
Good day.
cover whatever Washington needs, and around so we can.
All right.
And oh,
Go ahead.
well, I'm stupid. Never mind.
Gotta remember to read the tooltips, Fargo.
Yeah, that was silly. That was a stupid error on my part. No, let's see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. No, so that we can't. That wouldn't work as a landmark. Anyway, we could. Yeah, because we actually had this. We've had a gold tile in range this whole
Yeah,
time that we haven't.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm an idiot. So if we put the citadel right here, we'll claim the gold and everything. It'll make a good defensive outpost. I'll go move us down there. That was holy crap. That was the fact that we because that was one of the reasons we settled there in the first place.
Yes, it was.
Oh, I am so stupid. Oh yeah,
It's
that's
always just
all right.
taking a
Maybe
break
that's
from
what
the
maybe
game.
that's what we were saving money for. We were trying to just buy research labs rather than build them. But I don't. It'll the science we get from the research agreements might end up working just as well as the research labs anyway.
La France.
Yeah.
Well, getting the research labs will actually no, you get the lesser of two, so it won't. Yeah, it's still science.
Yeah.
You always want more science.
Yeah. Research agreement complete with Oda. Oda, you and your here, I'll bill your bankrupt ass out. And we can sign another one. Yeah, there we go. See, now you're losing a lot less money. What are you doing? You've got minus 26.
He's probably got like 100 units.
Oh, maybe he got embargoed.
I remember, yeah, someone was getting embargoed in a previous
Yeah,
World Congress.
Let's see now. No, nobody's.
Oh. Okay, someone was being voted to be embargoed.
Yeah. And let's see now. Now we'll go for penicillin for the medical labs. For even just to get taller and taller and taller. I realize it might be more optimal to beeline for satellites, but in this case we're comfortably ahead. so we can
and we
afford
kind
to.
of need any. Well, no, penicillin makes us more population. It doesn't give us a reprieve from population.
And so it's, but we are going to have to go up the top of the tech tree for that anyway. Ah, a great engineer, excellent. You will go here, and continue the tradition of a wonder in each of the cities. We will build Chrysler Redentor in Boston. Everybody gets a wonder.
This was a tourism game. It'd be incredibly important to have everyone a wonder. Since it's not, this is just us.
Again, no. Sorry, buddy. Like, I don't mind helping you guys, but not that much. My generosity only goes so far. And funding your science programs for the next 1,000 years is, I think funding everyone's research is, plenty. And we will finish. Actually, oh wait, probably shouldn't have taken that right now. Should have saved it for when we need a real expensive thing. We'll take flight. There we go. And the research lab, obviously. And you can move here. Oh, no, not quite. Ah, right, the scout was blocking him, so. Shame.
Yeah, it's one annoying thing about having the open borders.
Yep.
One unit per tile gets in the way of all your
One
civilians.
unit, it's very strict. And civilian units cannot move through others, other people's military units.
Which, I mean, if you look at the realistic logistics of it, it's silly, but this is a game.
Mm-hmm. And great artists. There we go. Now I have an extra gold tile to work. Yay! And they've jumped straight onto it.
Just because even without the mine, it's just producing so much money and culture and faith.
Yep, and now we will start a golden age. And Rotterdam will build its research lab. World ideology freedom. We'll vote for it. Well, not pass because the Iroquois have just far too many votes. But, and we will buy ourselves a workboat so we can hook up the, because it's not just for improving the tile. It also hooking up the oil to the network. It also improves the tile. Offshore platforms give 3 production, so it's
Which is very nice, especially since
nice, useful
there's
boost.
like, was it 2 or 3 buildings that boost water production? Now there's a lighthouse, the harbor.
Is the following
Yeah,
trade of
we
interest?
continue on research agreement. The I forget if hang on, the seaport. I forget just offhand whether
I think
it's
the
still.
seaport might, but it's like only like 1 hammer.
I forget if it still gives the boost because I remember they changed the boosts around. Where seaport? There we go. Yeah. Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
Of course, it's still not incredibly worthwhile unless you're planning to build a lot
yeah,
of ships.
it's the harbor that doesn't give a boost anymore to the
Oh,
resources because the boost from the harbor got moved to lighthouses. Lighthouses didn't used to give the extra hammer.
Ah, okay.
The extra
Which
hammer.
makes sense because harbors are now more important due to the trade route stuff.
Yep. Okay, so third council on Daga, we will. Oh! Look at that.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, even with all the going order.
He was too busy. Look, you should probably look at the vote breakdown for that.
Okay, so everybody would hate us if we did historical landmarks, and
Science funding? How many people would hate you?
everybody except Russia would hate us if we did science funding, and we don't have enough votes on our own to try and force through something that everybody hates. So we'll just go. We don't want to do scholars and residents because that would give everybody else
Basically, allow them to tap off your science.
catch up. Standing army tax just pointless. Banning luxury, don't want to do any of this crap. So we will just nice safe thing. natural heritage sites, which, if it passed, gives you culture from natural wonders.
Which we really don't have anything, but we got to propose something.
France is the first civilization influencing our players, so let's see who France is influential over.
Japan.
Yep. And they're building up on everybody, whereas they were building up on us quite a lot, but we've recently boosted that up, especially when we won the World's Fair. So, who voted for what? Ethiopia, America, the Maya. Look at that. Very nice. Ah, yes, Hiawatha was voting for the international games.
Although we should probably...
I'm going to finish the research lab in Amsterdam first.
Yeah.
Is the following trade of interest?
As nice, it gives you, as nice as the bonuses are, I think getting the research lab finished first is more important.
More science is always more important.
Progress.
Welcome to the atomic era. Research agreement complete. Got another spy who I will move to Colombo. There's no point trying to steal text, and there's no point sending a diplomat to another city because we're not trying to do anything with the diplomats. So having them try to rig city-state elections is the best thing we can do with them.
Yep. It's kind of a mediocre thing, but it's better than nothing.
Let's see now. Yes, the research agreement. So you need 300, and we have an extra source of gold now. So that we can probably use to. Oh, it's 400 because we've gone up in era now.
Yep.
Of course. It's gone up by 50 again. Okay. Now, if we sign a research agreement and I offer him gold, he'll do it. Because even though we're ahead, he values the gold high enough that he considers it to make up the cost shortfall.
Well, 4 happiness is not something to sneeze at.
Right, now we'll go ballistics, and then radar, and then rocketry. And then once we have rocketry, we will burn Oxford University, which gives us a free technology to get satellites. To use for the Hubble, which gives us extra great scientists and a free spaceship factory. Nice, just snowballing a bonus. Choose host. Don't have anybody that can replace Hiawatha, but I still don't feel like voting for him. It's just, we haven't gotten along all game. I don't see the worth in it. He's trying to embargo city-states. I will definitely be voting against that.
Yep.
And I'll see about trying to sink some money into other city-states. See if we can get some of them pulled away from him before the vote comes up, so that we can. So what money we don't spend on research agreements we can use for that. I don't think no. We have a declaration of friendship with Catherine. We're not going to backstab her.
Isn't Oda one of the
You
most
can't afford a war. You cannot pay for that.
That's why he wants you to do it for him.
Yeah, well, screw you. Okay. Start working on the international games. Keep working on it. Just finishing all the projects. It's not worth diverting. Working there. Now we will do that rather than just going straight into building the research lab. We will work on the international games, because if you get there you go. You see that we would like. It'd be nice to get the free social policy. Probably not going to happen, but we would. Getting silver would be very nice. 1 medals.
Oh yeah, that one-time boost, 30 with every single city-state's actually incredibly powerful.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice. It does tick down and wear off, obviously, but it's still very useful, and it's we don't we don't want Hiawatha to get it and us to not get it.
Yes.
That would be obnoxious, and we'll just again we're burning the great scientists now. It is not absolutely not worth putting down academies at
Oh
this
yeah,
point.
if it wasn't before, it's not now.
You can go and hook up that gold, and you can hook up that, and then once we'll have finished Castle Nucenstein, we'll have to get walls and castles in our cities. Because this is something you'll often find yourself, even though walls and castles are basic defensive buildings, you'll very rarely find if you're managing the game the way you really should be when you're playing Civ 5, you'll very rarely find yourself actually building them, unless you build Castle Nucenstein. You'll maybe have a couple of frontier cities that you need to defend where you'll build
Early
the walls.
on, but then
You will.
But- later on, an actual army is a more I can't think of the word, maneuverable defense.
Yeah, no, even you're usually going to find yourself defending with your army rather than your city walls.
It's like I generally build maybe walls on sometimes coastal cities that I think might be vulnerable, and if the enemy's actually approaching, I'll just rush by walls.
Yeah, occasionally. You will generally find yourself spending it on. You'll only build walls and castles in all your cities if you get Castle Neuschwanstein the Wonder. Now, let's see. We could get. I'm wondering whether to go deeper into freedom or to finish patronage. Patronage.
Get the sooner you get the resting point, the higher everyone's bonus will be once you get the international games.
No, it's just I'm thinking more the possibly the free rate people, the extra happiness. It's just I'm wondering whether that would be better or.
It's 3 policies. You're spitting out policies. Might as well finish it out, I'd say.
Yeah, I'll finish. Actually, I'll take the extra happiness. That's quite a tricky decision, honestly, because
It is, because both have good reason for them, but
because
I'd say
we're not rushing to third tier freedom. None of the third tier freedom things are really important right now, because again, your third tier freedom bonus for spaceship victories is being able to buy parts with cash. Problem is, it takes so much cash. So much cash.
and that's not really helpful until you can actually buy the spaceship parts.
Yeah, you have to be like saving your money for, unless you're like Venice. If you're Venice, it's the best thing in the world. But
Bloop, 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 I win.
yeah, but you will find yourself you have to save your gold for like 50 turns. In which case, you're better off buying buildings to get yourself to the point where you can actually produce the spaceship parts faster. Let's see, 4 limbs. Okay, we could definitely get Zurich away from Hiawatha. Let's do that. Oh look! Look at that! Ethiopia hit a little city in there.
Nice.
Very nice. Okay, yeah, we've earned the medals. 41% complete. We might actually get first place. I will.
Hey, if it keeps Hiawatha from getting it.
Actually, no, I am not going to do that. I'm going to. We could put Rotterdam to better use. We
But
have
make the money?
3 unused trade route slots. Build the cargo
Oh.
ships.
Yes.
That will be infinitely more useful. Let's see, anything. Ah, look, trade route to Harar has opened up. We got refrigeration, or is it Yeah, it's refrigeration. Extends the range of sea trade routes. That gets you a big bonus. Now we can send them far enough to be able to trade with the far side of the Ethiopian continent.
And oftentimes, those
No,
just
we're
make
not
a lot of
declaring war on Haile Selassie. Why everybody wants us to backstab people? And it, probably
because
because
they're
he settled.
AIs. That's what AIs do.
Probably because he settled Marseille over there for trying to get all the oil. That was not a good spot to put your city, Napoleon. Well, no, if he had put it on this, yeah, if he had put it on this hill, he could have got the spices as well. Spices would have been working range if he had settled on that hill, wouldn't they? That's. I'm not misreading that, am I? I am. Okay, wouldn't have got the spices. Never mind. He could have got Krakatoa.
Could have. I don't think that's a good enough place to settle just to get Krakatoa.
No, definitely not. We've contributed, 1,088. We're putting plenty of hammers into this without devoting Rotterdam to it as well. Yeah, we contributed. You see there how it jumped at the end there? It was 60%, and then when the turn ended in process, that was adding our production to it. Our production only gets added at the very end of the turn, but we're adding 5% every turn, so.
Which is not bad at all.
No, indeed it is not. Actually, I should check, do any of the city-states want a trade route for extra influence? Colombo does. Ormuz does. So, Colombo and Ormuz. Send it to Ormuz. Well, we're already allies with Colombo, so let's send it to Ormuz. Let's see, how much do we need to get you away from Hiawatha? Not too much. So, we'll drop 1,000 gold on them in a... Actually, how long does that... Let's check how long here. 10 turns, yeah. So once we hit 1,000 gold, we'll drop 1,000 gold on them. Pull them away from Hiawatha as well. Yeah, I feel bad for you. I really
But not
do.
that
But
bad.
you wanted me to backstab Catherine, so that's what's if you hadn't done that, maybe I would have considered just being nice for the fun of it. But okay, and another cargo ship. There we go. That'll give us all 9. That'll be all our trade routes for the game. You can never, unless you're
Venice.
yeah. No, we got Petra, so we should be able to get one more from
Oh
somewhere.
yeah. If you also get the Colossus and Petra, also give you a free trade route.
Yeah, so it combustion satellites. Yeah. No, you must be 8th normal limit. I thought 9 was the normal. You'd think I would know all these little minutia, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but the game has been changed so much as it came out.
Yeah, but still, you would think I would know all this.
Mister has all but 2 achievements in the game.
Yep. One of those achievements I have been specifically saving because I want it to be my last achievement, which is beat the game as Shaka.
Nice.
Yeah. So now it's just now it's just Schaefer-Nader General is the one I need, and that's. I know I've definitely spawned enough great generals, and I know at some point I did specifically go and make sure I had an army that was 100 units large. That's actually really, really hard to do, by the way, getting
Oh
him.
yeah.
Yeah, Hiawatha got top spot.
Oh yeah, he beat you by a lot. It wasn't worth trying to go for the.
Yeah, well, we'll not worry about it. We got the influence and the happiness boost, but the yeah, walls and castles. You see here, castles.
Yep.
Yeah, you obviously want to. If you get Neustenstein, you just castles are always worth it. But it's getting to 100 units is really hard because it's really difficult to get your support limit up high enough for that. Because you have a limit to how large an army your empire can support, and if you go over it, you start taking really huge penalties to like your production and so forth. For people who don't know, and if you trying to get the achievement for having 100 units up there is, you will find a hard time, and generally the strategy for it is get to the end game, go very, very wide, have a huge number of cities because that lets you support a much larger army, and then just mass buy guided missiles, which are a disposable endgame unit that's very cheap, but they still count as military units for your standing army, and you just mass buy guided missiles until you get to 100. Now, I've done that at some point, so now it's just a matter of, for the achievement, keeping on until I've won 100 games of unmodded single player, and it's the unmodded bit that's been really holding me back, I think. I think that's why I haven't got it before now.
Ah.
Yeah. So, with the discovery of radar, I think we will end it here for right now, and we'll see you again next time, folks. Thanks for watching.
Bye.